List or die. This is an old adage that a lot of experienced agents have heard, but the people that are telling you list or die, especially as a newer agent, also know that you probably don't have the skills to compete with them because you're in similar markets and you're geographically restricted at your brokerage or even at a training at your realtor board, right? So today we're gonna change that. No matter what your experience, if you've been a buyer's agent for so long and you're looking to break into listings and just don't have the confidence, or you're a brand new agent and wanna try and exploit listings, I'm gonna talk to you about a strategy that'll absolutely help you get to that level without having to, please all the top producers or, earn your keep in the top producer world. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, Real Estate Agent Playbook. So excited for this one, as I have confidence that I can turn no matter who is watching this into a listing agent, whether you've never sold a house or you've been a buyer's agent for many years, or you've sold a couple listings and just can't seem to get footing. I know that this strategy can absolutely help you get to that point. And I have confidence, and I know that this is true, list or die. So if my goal is truly to make agents' success rate go up in the real estate industry, this is absolutely something that I'm passionate about, and I want to help you make happen so that your success is more likely. So as always, please like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast with your favorite real estate agent as we're growing that community. But let's get into this one. I am so pumped up. Let's go. Okay, so here's the deal. Brokers, team leaders, they have a lot on their plate. So kind of the next level in the traditional real estate model is to leverage other people to do the things that they don't like to do. Buyer's agents, lead, cold callers. Then you're a buyer's agent, but then you have to do all these open houses and you have to fit into their buckets. And, you're a showing agent. Now you're just running around town all day. And, now you're, dealing with a contract. So they put people into buckets, and that allows people or minimizes people's, confidence in becoming a standalone agent as they go. And that's absolutely by design. These people need you, and they've paid money to train you and keep you. So now they want to keep you in these buckets. And that's absolutely the problem with the traditional team structure in the real estate industry. So absolutely, this is something when I joined forces with Louis Galt, Wolfpack Elevation, and we created this environment for our agents. We wanted to make agents not be in a bucket. We wanted to give agents buckets that they chose and help them build success. And if you want to know more about what we're doing to do that, as far as our foundations course and all of our systems and processes training, as well as everything the Wolfpack offers, please book a call, reagentwolfpack.com. There's testimonials on there, and you can absolutely book a call directly in my calendar and chat about how we can change your business for once and for all. Okay, so let's get into the goods. If you want to get listings, you need to talk to homeowners. It's no secret, that's absolutely the case. So when talking to homeowners, we need to bring value. We need to differentiate ourselves from the other agents in the market, maybe those top producers, maybe those agents that control that farm, whatever it is, we need to provide something that's different. So let's talk about value. Okay, I'm going to read this definition. Value is defined as the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. So you have to provide something useful to these homeowners that someone else in the industry is not. So notepads, Rocky's calendars, whatever, paper openers or whatever they're offering, that's not value. That's just top of mind marketing. Absolutely works, but you need to do something different. So agents miss the boat. Even tenured agents miss the boat because if they're team leads or whatever, they're just blasting ad spend. That's transactional, right? We're here to make relationships, because if you make relationships, I have almost no lead generation. All of my lead generation is based on relationship marketing now. All the people that I've served, all the people that I've contacted, all the people that have contacted me that I've helped be a resource to, no matter if they're selling or buying, that's where my leads come from. I don't have to actively pay anything to generate leads anymore. I don't have to actively go out and door knock and do some of the active, traditional strategies that absolutely work, but require so much time. And so it's because I provide value at every single step of the way. And I'll have a video sometime about value add opportunities as a real estate agent, because I think it's ultra important. However, do something a little bit different, do something that makes sense for you, right? And provides value to the consumer. A lot of times, people talk about the Brian Buffini pop buys, right? I'll flip for your referrals, giving them a spatula. Sure, that's value. I think it's a little corny, but it does work. You're staying top mind, top value. That's more top of mind marketing for people that have already purchased homes. And that's an important piece. But if we're a new agent looking to get listings, what do? Start finding homeowners. Start with your phone. You have friends or you have parents that have friends that are homeowners. And here's what you do. You say, okay, hey, my name's X. I'm doing this for you. Would love to, sit down with you and talk to you. I'm a newer real estate agent looking to get in. You don't even have to say that if you don't want to. But if it's, somebody that you know or your parents know, they probably know you're newer in real estate. So say, would you help me out and let me, go through this process and get some at-bats? And they'll absolutely do it. But then all of a sudden you're providing all this value and they're like, who cares if you're new? This person's providing value. I want to work with or refer this person because they're providing value. Those people already know, like, and trust you. If you can call them and say, hey, let's grab a cup of coffee. I'd love to talk to you about this, or I have this thing, would love to explain it to you, sit down with you. Then you're having those conversations, you're getting that at bat, but you're also showing them that you're not just any normal new agent, because some of the things that you provide are not done by any of the other agents, right? This isn't putting a flag up, although, that's awesome. My wife's grandparents continued to build their real estate business a long time by putting flags up for 4th of July and doing all of those things that were kind of old school methods to stay top of mind. And so here's the deal. I have a full annual review video that you can talk about. If you're struggling to find something, do an annual review for every homeowner you know. And this isn't sending them a CMA. This isn't blasting them a CMA that's, obviously just kind of put together. It's completely different and it'll change your real estate business. Check out that video right here. The biggest thing that you have to do is have a follow-up strategy in mind while you're providing that value. So I'm going to sit down with somebody. I'm going to drive into my YouTube channel because I'm going to stay consistent on my YouTube channel. I'm going to provide market updates. I'm going to do business highlights and it's relevant to their area. Or I'm going to have a client event every quarter in their area where, we meet at a brewery and we talk about whatever's going on in the market or whatever's going on in the area. Or maybe, it's something a little bit different, something outside of the box. Maybe it's something that goes along with your value add. Maybe it's an investment course. Whatever it is, you can provide that value. Whether it's, okay, I'm going to get consistent on Facebook and IG and I want to be friends with you and I want to have that connection so I can also see what's going on in your world so that when the time comes where something happens in your life where you're going to sell your home, I can have that on my radar because now we're friends on Facebook. And so wherever you're going to send them, you need to have a plan and you need to be semi-consistent on that platform already. Or, maybe it's a mailer, maybe it's old school. It depends on your community and it depends on where those people are, right? If you're in an older community, probably IG or TikTok aren't your bread and butter. So don't send grandpa to TikTok because that might be a disaster. He might never find you on TikTok. So that's where you want to make sure that you're aligning with who you're meeting with and sending them something relevant to their generation, right? Maybe it's email even. Maybe it's a monthly newsletter. What's going on here? And maybe it's a YouTube channel. All of those things are possible, but it matters about your situation. The point is have follow-up, have a secondary connection with them after you provide the value. Otherwise, the value goes unnoticed. And so that's where the top of mind stuff comes from. Even if it's some of the old school stuff, sending them mailers, whatever you're doing and whatever makes sense for them and where they're at is what you need to kind of have in place based on your conversation and how you want to build your business. The next thing is leverage buyer strategies. Okay. Yeah, this is about listings. It's still about listings, but buyer strategies, open house, first time home buyer seminars, VIP client programs that people have gone through bought a house from you. You provide a list of contractors that can help them, or you have little discounts that you send those to home sellers too. Okay, open house. How do I send that to a seller? Well, I'm doing an open house here. I'm going to knock 10 doors this way, 10 doors that way, 10 doors this way. Absolutely an old school method. But here's the key. Hey, I'm doing an open house here. I think it could be pretty busy because the weekend, whatever. If anyone parks in your driveway, please call me. right? If anyone parks like blocking your driveway, no one's gonna park in their driveway. But commonly people are like, oh, there's a flashy flag or whatever. The more signage you have, the more distracted they are, and they block driveways. I've done it before as an agent. There's a house, hop out. Oh, that's a driveway I just blocked. Someone's mad. Hey, if someone does that, please call me and I'll make sure they move their car immediately. Just want to make sure that, you know, the open house is bringing people to the community, but they're also making sure that you're good to go. Perfect, right? Or, hey, I'm doing this first-time homebuyer thing in your area. Would you be interested in, you know, checking it out? Or do you have any first-time homebuyers that you're talking to, or whatever? Like, talk about these events that you're doing, but having that conversation, you know. Or another one, hey, I'm doing this open house. Would you like me to send you an update when the house goes under contract? I'll give you as much information as you can. I'm not the listing agent, but I would love to keep you informed. Okay, all of those are kind of ninja tricks to get their information, but also to prove that you're different, so that when they go to sell their house, they'll have your information before they go out and look at the sign if you're doing it for a colleague. But they'll also be like, oh, that they did that differently. When I have an open house at my house, I would love for my agent to make sure that my neighbors are happy, right? Because it's taking it the extra mile. So leveraging those buyer interactions as well is super important and not always thought about. Okay. Even advertising, right? You're looking at sending houses, online ads, whatever. Not my favorite thing, but if you find those people that are homeowners, they're looking for their dream home maybe, and maybe they're going to be, you know, on time. I have this buyer that I met from a Facebook ad. They look at this, you know, update of the market every single month, and I can see, well, yesterday they just hearted a listing. And I called them. I said, hey, why do you like that listing? That's the first listing you've hearted. They look at it every month, but okay, I love the garage. I wanted to show my husband. All right. So then she's like, however, our kid's going to go to this high school, so let's change the search a little bit and let's up the value. And so now I've had that conversation. I'm dialed in. So I leveraged a buyer lead, but they have a house that they own free and clear that they're going to sell. And so understanding that, hey, can I give you an update on what your house would be worth and all of that? So just because it's buyer lead generation does not mean that you can't leverage those conversations and think what sellers might think when they're going to sell. So yes, you're looking for buyers. That's the easiest way to lead generate. It's hard to find listings on online advertising or even with open houses and all of that. But if you do it a little bit differently, it's not that big of a deal. So at the end of the day, it's really about who you surround yourself with. If you have a desire to become a listing agent, it may not happen if you never help a buyer. Also, buyers become listings, and we can talk about leveraging that, a whole different conversation. But if you really step back and look at it, you're surrounding yourself, you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And if people are telling you that you have to be a buyer's agent, you have to be a buyer's agent for 2 years, you have to sell this many homes before you can be a listing agent, you're with the wrong people. If you're surrounding yourself with someone who might be a little more forward thinking and help you understand that is possible, but these are the strategies that are actually in play, and you're not relying on, oh, yeah, send me some seller leads. That ain't ever gonna happen. Everybody wants seller leads. If you just look at the Facebook groups, when you see a listing, hey, I got a listing in this place, millions of comments right away. Hey, I got a buyer in this place. A lot of comments, but nothing like crazy, because those listings are highly sought after. And so if you can step back and be like, okay, these are my listing strategies. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to build my business. Sure, I'm going to take a buyer. Why wouldn't I? That's, $5,000, $10,000 commission. But then I'm going to leverage that buyer and say, hey, do you know anyone who owns a home that would like this annual review thing I'm doing? I'm going to try it out. Then they see your progressive thinking, and then you can make those connections. So it's about the people you surround yourself with. If you need to surround yourself with people that believe in you and want to help you become a listing agent, you know where to go. Jeremy Kane, Real Estate Agent Playbook. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and shoot me a share on the podcast. If you like what you heard today, even give me a review. Would love to grow that community up and continue to help agents win every single day of the game of real estate. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.